Learn English through stories. Intermediate English. Leonardo da Vinci. A true genius. Have you ever heard of a man who could paint like a master, design flying machines, and study the human body all at the same time? Meet Leonardo da Vinci. He was a real person who lived in Italy a long time ago, during a period called the Renaissance. He was a painter, a sculptor, an engineer, a scientist, and more. People call him a polymath, which means he was an expert in many different subjects. Learn English naturally through his amazing true story. Don't just study English, live it through stories. A small town boy. Leonardo was born in 1452 in a small town called Vinci in the beautiful countryside of Italy. His father was a respected legal professional, and his mother was a young peasant woman. Even from a young age, Leonardo was very curious about the world around him and loved to draw everything he saw. Learning from a master. When Leonardo was 14, he moved to the busy city of Florence. He became an apprentice in the workshop of a famous artist named Andrea del Verrocchio. An apprentice is a student who learns a skill by working for a master. Leonardo learned painting, sculpting, and many other artistic techniques there. A talented student. Leonardo was a fantastic student. He learned so quickly that soon he was better than his teacher. Legend says that when Verrocchio saw an angel that Leonardo painted, he was so impressed that he decided to never paint again. Leonardo's talent was clear to everyone who saw his amazing work. A job for a duke. As a young man, Leonardo moved to the city of Milan. He started working for the powerful Duke of Milan. Leonardo didn't just paint for the Duke. He also designed amazing war machines, created sculptures, and planned big parties and festivals. He was always busy with new and exciting projects. The Last Supper. One of Leonardo's most famous works is in Milan. It is a huge wall painting called The Last Supper. It shows Jesus and his apostles during their final meal together. Leonardo used a new, experimental technique to paint it, which unfortunately caused the painting to decay over time. It is still a masterpiece. The Mysterious Smile. Perhaps the most famous painting in the world is Leonardo's Mona Lisa. He worked on it for many years. People love her gentle, mysterious smile. Leonardo used a special technique called sfumato, which means creating soft, blurry edges instead of sharp lines. This makes the painting look very realistic and alive. Vitruvian Man. Leonardo was also a scientist. He was fascinated by the human body. He created a famous drawing called the Vitruvian Man. This drawing shows how a person's body can fit perfectly inside a circle and a square. It demonstrates his deep understanding of human proportions and mathematics. A genius's mind. Leonardo wrote down all his ideas in notebooks. He wrote backwards, from right to left, so you would need a mirror to read his notes. These notebooks are filled with thousands of pages of drawings, ideas, and observations. They show us how his incredible mind worked on so many different subjects. Studying anatomy. To understand how to draw people better, Leonardo studied anatomy. He carefully studied the muscles and bones of the human body. His drawings were incredibly detailed and accurate. They helped doctors and artists understand the body in a new way. He combined art and science perfectly. Lover of nature. Leonardo loved nature. He spent hours outside studying plants and flowers. His notebooks are filled with beautiful, detailed drawings of different kinds of plants. He studied how they grew, how water moved through them, and how they responded to sunlight. He saw science and beauty in every leaf and petal. Cartography skills. Leonardo was also a skilled cartographer, which is a person who makes maps. He created very detailed and accurate maps of cities and regions in Italy. He used new techniques to show the land from a bird's eye view, which was very advanced for his time. His maps were both beautiful and useful. Understanding optics. How do we see? Leonardo wanted to know. He studied optics, the science of light and vision. He experimented with lenses and mirrors. He wrote about how light travels and how our eyes work. This scientific knowledge helped him make his paintings, like the Mona Lisa, look so realistic and three-dimensional. Flying machines. One of Leonardo's biggest dreams was to fly like a bird. He carefully studied how birds fly and designed many different flying machines. He drew plans for an ornithopter, a machine that flaps its wings, and even a type of helicopter. His ideas were hundreds of years ahead of their time. A safe landing. Long before anyone built an airplane, Leonardo had already thought about how to land safely from a great height. He designed a parachute. His drawing shows a pyramid-shaped tent made of cloth. He wrote that with this device, a person could fall from any height without getting hurt. It was a brilliant idea. A diving suit. Leonardo's imagination wasn't limited to the sky. He also designed a way for humans to explore under the water. He drew plans for a leather diving suit, complete with a breathing tube that connected to a float on the surface. This would allow a person to breathe while walking on the bottom of the sea. Military engineering. Because he worked for powerful rulers, Leonardo also designed war machines. He created plans for a giant crossbow, a tank-like armored car, and a chariot with spinning blades. Many of these inventions were too complex or expensive to be built in his time, but they show his incredible engineering skill. A calculating machine. Leonardo even designed a machine that could do math. His notebooks contained drawings for a mechanical calculator. It used a series of gears to perform addition and subtraction. This was one of the very first ideas for a machine that could compute, showing his vision for the future of technology. Harnessing the sun. Leonardo understood the power of the sun. He designed a system of large, curved mirrors that could concentrate sunlight onto a single point. This would create a lot of heat, which could be used to boil water. This idea of concentrated solar power is something we still use today to create clean energy. Time in Rome. For a few years, Leonardo lived and worked in Rome for the Pope. He was surrounded by other great artists of the time, like Michelangelo and Raphael. However, he did not get many big art commissions there. He spent most of his time on his scientific studies and engineering projects. An honored guest. In his old age, Leonardo was invited to France by King Francis I. The king greatly admired Leonardo and gave him a beautiful house to live in. He did not ask Leonardo to paint big pictures. Instead, he just enjoyed talking with the great genius about art, science, and philosophy. The end of a great life. Leonardo died in France in 1519 at the age of 67. He left his notebooks, drawings, and paintings to his students. His work has inspired artists, scientists, and thinkers for over 500 years. His legacy of curiosity and genius continues to fascinate and inspire people all over the world today. Ahead of his time. Leonardo da Vinci was a true Renaissance man. He was endlessly curious and had a brilliant mind that was interested in everything. His ideas in art, science, and engineering were centuries ahead of his time. He showed us that art and science are connected, and that curiosity is the key to understanding our world. What about you? Leonardo never stopped asking questions or exploring new ideas. What subject or skill are you most curious about today? How could your own curiosity help you grow, learn faster, or see the world in a new way? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your ideas might inspire someone else to keep learning too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.